Hello everybody, this is Team Rocket. We're group number 77 and this is our final project for MEC 203 called the Pokey Trike.
When we were first researching the designs of tricycles, we've noticed that the best-selling tricycles on Amazon were tricycles that were based off popular kid brands such as Batman, Barbie, and Harley Davidson. So we wanted to make our tricycle based off a popular brand, so we decided to pick Pokemon. You can tell that this is clearly a Pokemon designed tricycle based on the Pokemon logo on the back, the picture of Pikachu, the Pokeballs on the grip handle as well as the center of the wheel, and some extra stickers of Pokemon inside the trunk. We also wanted to make an adjustable seat to appeal to kids of all sizes, as well as a backrest for maximum comfort. We've also added a trunk, which adds extra convenience so the rider can put his or her items away while riding the bike. The materials are all plastic except for the frame and the head tube for maximum sturdiness, the grip handles, which are made of rubber, and the nuts and the bolts, which are also made of steel.
Now we're just going to do a quick run through of the components that make up this tricycle. First off, we have the frame, which is a pretty standard design. All the components bolt onto this. Here we have the front wheel and crank assembly, which is, we decided to make one component. There's holes in the crank for the pedals to fit into. This component has a close running fit, an H8 F7 fit to be specific, which means that it's a fairly tight tolerance, but the wheel can still run freely. It is a wheel, so it needs to be able to turn, but it can't wobble. Otherwise, the ride would be very unsettling. The back wheel is very similar to the front wheel. It has the same sort of tolerance, but this time it's a whole basis, which means that now it's an F8/H7 fit. The fork has two holes at the bottom for the front wheel to rest in, and there's also a hole in the top to attach to the handlebar assembly. This component has a sliding fit, a G7/H6 fit, which is a slightly tighter tolerance than either the front wheel or the back wheel, because the fork is only turning when the rider is steering, but it does still need to be a tight tolerance. The grip handle is made of rubber and has indentations for the rider's fingers to fit into. The handlebar is a fairly standard design. It has a hole here to attach to the fork. The fork bolts on. And this component has one of the tightest tolerances of any of the components, an N7/H6 fit, because the handlebar shouldn't be moving at all. If it moves or comes off during the ride, it would be a huge problem. The pedal here has nice little lightning bolts. It's the exact same tolerance as the rear wheel, an F8/H7 fit, because again, it still needs to turn freely, but it can't wobble too much. We have the seat here, which has the backrest for increased comfort and two holes that allow for adjustment. The seat has a locational clearance fit, an H7/H6 fit, which is important because the seat has to be tight into the frame. It can't move, like the handlebars, it can't move during the ride, but it does still need to be able to move for adjustment. And lastly, we have the trunk, which has an indentation here allowing for the tube from the frame. If this indentation weren't here, we wouldn't be able to place the trunk on the back of the frame, and obviously it allows the rider to carry their stuff.
Now we will simulate the tricycle in motion. As you can see, all the wheels are rotating simultaneously and at the same pace, but the pedals are staying in the same location as the crank rotates to emulate a foot being stepped on it, which shows that all our components work perfectly.
Thank you very much for watching, and as always, Team Rocket is blasting off again.